What is going on, everyone? This is Abyss271. Now, before I start this video, I just want to make a small apology for not uploading anything throughout the last month and a half to 2 months. Basically, I got a new job, and that has taken a lot of time out of my hands. But in the process of getting a new job, I was able to buy a few things, and that in the upcoming months, you will see like new content, not just anime blind reactions out of me. One of them will be Akibento boxes. Yes, starting next Friday, I will start ordering the Akibento boxes. I will get like the 6-month bundle and the mini bundle, and every single month I will unbox those for everyone. And I do have something else big planned, but I won't reveal it just yet. Mainly because I don't know when it's going to happen. I got bits of it. I got a small part of it already paid off, but I need the other parts to really make it happen. And I don't know exactly when it will happen, but probably sometime within the next 2 to 3 months. Within the next 2 to 3 months, I will get the other part, and I will let everyone know. I will say it is something that I have been wanting to do for years now, but never been able to until I got a job. But without further ado, here is my blind reaction to Robyn's top 30 favorite anime of all time from Anime America. I will be starting the video in 3, 2, 1, now.
This video has been sponsored by the Dollar Shave Club. Want top of the line razors for $1? Stay tuned to find out how. Another year has come and gone, and now I've reached the big 3-0. Okay, this video is airing before my official birthday, but close enough. And of course, people last year wanted me to do top 10 anime I like, but everyone hates. But who can actually do that? I mean, with every anime, big or small, there's bound to be someone else out there who will like that particular anime as well.
True.
This is what the comment section tells me. So instead, I'm going to do something really ambitious. Something similar to what you guys have been asking for a while, but bigger. Since I'm turning 30, let's do my top 30 favorite anime of all time. That way you can tell me in the comment section the ones you like and don't like as I go over 30 anime titles
I doubt this will make the list, but I hope Kaleido Star makes the list. That's an anime not many people know about at all, and it's probably one of my personal favorites.
Favorite anime titles. So if I see any comments saying, but what about this anime? Surely you like this one. Well, I don't know how else to tell you that this is my list, not yours. With that said, here is my, Robyn from Anime America's, top 30 favorite anime of all time. Number 30. If I had to choose one Studio Ghibli film, it's Howl's Moving Castle. I love the setting designs, the characters, the romance between Howl and Sophie, and
I haven't seen a lot of Studio Ghibli movies. I actually own this movie, and I will get to it one day, but I haven't really, seen that much Studio Ghibli outside of like Ponyo, Spirited Away, The Secret World of Oyedi.
Number 29. Darker Than Black. If you ever wanted to watch Batman mixed with X-Men, this is for you. Hell, Hayes
I think I've seen this anime sometime last year, but I don't remember too much about it. It wasn't a bad anime by any means, but it didn't really hit me the way it did. I will say that the ending song was epic.
You see diverse variable stories ranging from contractors abusing their powers to those trying to live out their days normally.
I need to watch this anime again
so I definitely recommend
to really, get more of a thought on it.
Death Parade.
Yes.
What's the best way to decide if your soul gets reincarnated or not? Two
This
random
was an
people are brought
awesome
into a mysterious bar
this is
run
an
by one
awesome
of
anime
several
to watch,
bartenders, one of
and
them
it has a
being
kick-ass
Beckham.
opening.
The two people are challenged to a game for their lives, with both of them questioning what happens if they lose. Depending on how they play and how they treat each other, determines whether they are reincarnated or not. Beckham is paired with a random assistant who doesn't necessarily belong in their world, but why? This is an intense drama putting human flaws to the ultimate test. Depending on how we treat each other and how selfish we can be, it's put to the ultimate non-biased test, but the system itself isn't 100% perfect. It's an emotional roller coaster done right, so if you're interested, check out Death Parade. Number 27. Food Wars, Shokugeki no Soma. Despite my previous review, I absolutely love this series, even if the dubbing is...
I hope you'll be able to get settled. Take this.
Oh god. Soma runs a diner with his father. He feels his skills are pretty good in this
I don't hate Food Wars. I just can't really get into it the way a lot of people can. Like the Food Guys, I know a lot of people find them funny. I find them just more WTF more than anything. I get why people like it. It's just not for me personally.
While this started out as a shonen show with food porn service, I actually adore the characters.
I also don't like how cocky the main character can really be at times.
In battles he can't win despite how
I'm sure that can be said about other main anime characters, but he really sticks out with how cocky he is for some reason.
Number 26. You all want me to talk about Gundams, but it's kind of hard when I haven't had the chance to watch many of them. But there is one that I really like, Gundam Wing. This one was one of my favorite shows to air on Toonami.
I haven't seen much Gundam. I've always wanted to try a Gundam series, but there's so many different Gundams out there with so many different characters and stories that I don't know which one is for me. I like more of the darker action stuff, so like maybe someone in the comment section can recommend a good Gundam series for me. I have heard that the best ones to start off with is like Gundam Wing and Gundam 00 and whatnot, but I don't know which one to start off with because I want my first one to be really good.
Like it if you're interested. Number 25. Tiger and Bunny. The one thing I ask in many shows recycling old themes is to give us something new.
I haven't seen much of Tiger and Bunny, so I can't really say much about it.
Big business involved as well. A rare phenomenon causes some children to be born with supernatural powers, which ultimately isolates them from society. In an effort to use their powers for good, a reality show has been made called Hero TV to turn these supernatural beings into superheroes. The only catch is they have to have corporate sponsors if they ever want to make it into the big leagues. I made a review of this a while ago, but I just wanted to say I really love this series. From its diverse characters with their own stories to how they're treated in the system, and even thinking of the moral questions of right and wrong,
something I could really get into.
It's a fascinating show that never left me bored, so be sure to check out Tiger and Bunny. Number 24. Shimonetta. The world has a war on morality against anything crude and perverted. While those in power think the world will be a better place with perversion
was such a fun anime to watch.
Created by IMA, vow to bring back freedom of speech.
Anybody that loves dirty jokes and dirty humor will love this anime.
With how it depicts the absurd logic the government has and how it seriously affects the masses and demonstrating the good and bad ways to protest. It's a one-of-a-kind show with a lot of innuendos, but a good message. If you could
shout out to Anime Idol who got me into this anime series.
Number 23. Jing, King of Bandits. I legit want to know how many people know about this show. It was one of my favorite series
I don't know much about it. I mean, the name kind of rings a bell, but I don't know really much about it.
Named Jing travels the globe in search of some of the rarest treasures rumored to be true. The methods he takes to find these treasures, plus the creative world he lives in, makes this story a one-of-a-kind experience. From helping a girl trying to find her father, who was in search for the perfect shade of red for his masterpiece, to finding a mysterious instrument known as the Ocarina of the Moon, the adventures Jing and his bird companion Kier have are both timeless and unforgettable. Number 22. Ouran High School Host Club. I fell in love with this series
this
from
is
the
a
very
classic.
first episode.
I don't like this anime as much as I used to, but it's still a very good anime to watch nonetheless.
Because a highly expensive vase was destroyed,
I tried watching it a few years ago and I couldn't get into it as much as I could the first time.
The only catch is Haruhi is
I mean, I wanted to enjoy this anime a second time around, but oddly enough, a lot of what happened in Ouran, like, I
Not
didn't
only
think
do
would
the
stick
host
with
club
me,
members
so
learn
it's like
more about
I couldn't really
themselves
get
and who they want
excited
to
or
be,
surprised
our
or
main
anything
heroine,
because
Haruhi,
everything
learns how
I
to
saw
depend on
just
others
like
and reach
came
out
to
them
me, and
whether
that
she
never
needs help or
happens to
not.
me when
A
watching
wonderful
an anime
bond
a
is made in
second
front of our
time
eyes, and I
years
loved
after I
every
saw it the
second of
first
it.
time. That never happens, but it
Number
did with
21.
On. It's so weird.
Gosick. A young Japanese student named Kujo transfers to a highly renowned school in Europe
Don't know
and
about
is automatically
Gosick.
ignored because his name and appearance resembles a very bad omen. Just out of curiosity, he makes his way to the top of the library's tower where he meets a golden-haired maiden named Victorique, aka anime's smartest tsundere. Victorique has been given specific orders to stay in that tower until her father asks of her, but until then, Kujo and Victorique aid the police with a number of mysteries to be solved. Each mystery is unique in their own way, a good chunk of them being very dark and depressing, especially the ones that revolved around the Royal Queen and the Alchemist. It's a fascinating and cute story as I adore the main couple, while being hopeful they'll find a way to live their lives in peace. Definitely a story I recommend. Number 20. Lucky Star.
Yes!
Life series following the lives of 4 random girls. One of them is a
this is
magical
easily in my
otaku.
top
That
10
being
favorite
said,
animes
most of
of
the
all
jokes in the
time.
show involve Konata's behavior, and now she behaves in front of her friends with little to no shame. That is until her homework gets involved. Rule of thumb, never play an online MMO with your teacher.
Kanata is my,
It's an
Kanata is my
obnoxiously
anime
cute series, but
waifu.
it's full of great characters and a lot of good jokes. I've met several people who particularly didn't like this series, but I never regret saying I actually like this show.
It's not
and
for
it's one of my
everyone,
main
I get it.
Number 19. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. While I do understand Strider's argument
Kind of funny how Lucky Star and the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya kind of like are back to back, considering the connection between them two,
sets out
in
on
a way.
personal quest to find the weird, bizarre, and abnormal in the world, while dragging along the one guy who will actually talk to her, Kyon. She won't stop
I thought
until
this
she
anime
finds
was
something strange,
decent.
like aliens,
It's not gonna be
travelers,
not gonna be my favorite source or anything, but for what it is, it's pretty good. I haven't seen season 2 though, in the inner state, so I'm a little scared to watch season 2.
The Earth could possibly come to an
Might be
end,
better
depending
off
on her
for me
reaction.
just to stick with
Yes, the
season
main character
1
can be annoying, and
and
there's
enjoy
some
that for what
unfavorable
it is,
things
rather than
involved,
taking a
but I
gamble
can't
with
help but
season
love
2 and
this
then
story.
end
It's
up
interesting to
with
watch,
not
even when it gives
liking
me
the
an existential
series,
crisis here and there. So I'll continue
or
to
making
love
it
this
lower
series.
on my list.
Number 18. Baccano. An old friend of mine wouldn't
I've
shut
al-
up about this show,
I need
so
to
I
get
ended
to
up
this
watching
anime.
it
I've heard
and
so
loved
many
it.
amazing
Out of the
things
dozens
about
of
it.
shows she had me
I've seen
watch,
like the
she got
first
me
like
to
2
like at least
episodes,
one of
and
them,
I
so
thought they
good
were
for
pretty
her, I
good.
guess. Regardless, Baccano is
I
excellent.
love the
story
opening
unfolds during
song
the height
though.
of the 1920s and 30s mafia wars, as we witness a lot of random characters intermingling their own affairs with each other while somehow getting immortality and witchcraft involved. It's a bizarre show, but the characters really pull it all together. Every single one of them are memorable in their own ways, and you just want to watch them forever. I can't recommend this enough, so be sure to watch it if you haven't. Number 17. Free and Free Eternal Summer.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
maybe 2
I
sports
thought
shows I like,
this anime
and
was
not for
pretty good
obviously
for what it
sexy,
was.
but reasons. The
Although
stories
I will
actually
say
packed
that
a
the
lot of
forced
depth to them,
defense
which
of
I
us
really
was
liked.
pretty
First
forced
season focuses on
in the
recapturing
series.
the pure joy of
I mean, I know,
swimming and
I know
working
a
as
lot
team
of fangirls
created when
love it,
everyone
but
moved on
I
or was
can't
hurt from
stand
previous
forced
incidents. The second
fan
season, however,
service.
affected me the most as it
It's why
reflects what
it's why
every
I didn't
teenager
like High
experiences in their
School of the
senior year of high
Dead.
school. Our school days are coming to an end. What are we gonna do? I think given the topic at hand, the stories and characters took me by surprise, and that's why I will always love this show. Number 16. I'm just gonna put these two together because they're basically the exact same series based in the same setting. Junji Romantica and Seikaiichi Hatsukoi. And if you really want to push me for which one I like more, probably Seikaiichi Hatsukoi. Each series contains 3 or more couples living out their days in their chosen careers while trying to maintain their relationships with each other. While some relations are a lot more loving
I think
and
I
healthy
saw the
than
first episode
others,
of one of them.
I still
I
enjoy
could
the
be
series
dead
for what it is.
wrong
I'm
on
interested
that.
in
I
some
know,
of these
I
relationships
believe
and
it's
where
a
they go from
yaoi
there.
anime.
Some of them are cute and
I
irresistible,
could be
some
dead
are
wrong
annoying
on
and
that.
face-palmingly
Feels
bad,
like I've seen the first
and then there's
episode of
Onodera
one
and
of them.
Takano. Okay, hey.
If it is what I'm thinking of, then
Can you just say you love
then
them already?
it's off to a
You
decent
already know
start
you
based
love
on the
them. We
first
know you love them.
episode.
Just say it, okay? In the last chapter, it said we have like 35 days left until you confess. But that was months ago. Come on. Make it happen. Maybe for my birthday, because that'd be an awesome birthday present. Anyways, I like these shows. Moving on. Number 15. Princess Tutu. A fairy tale unlike any other for very good reasons. A young girl is studying to be a ballerina.
I haven't
but
seen
isn't
Princess
really
Tutu,
good at
and
it.
I will
However,
watch it
when
one
the young
day,
man she has a crush
but
on is
I
in danger,
don't
she suddenly
know
transforms
if this
into the
anime
beautiful and
is for
majestic
me.
Princess
It probably
Tutu,
will
a
be
prima
for me,
donna
considering
magical girl who's
how
really
amazing
good at
everyone
ballet.
keeps saying
Shortly
that
after
it
her
is, but
transformation,
I
however, she
just don't
discovers
know
that
what
she was
to
originally
make of
a duck,
this.
unless she wears her special locket, which allows her to transform into Princess Tutu. With her powers, she vows to restore the princess heart to normal while fighting away a jealous adversary named Krahi. Throughout the series, however, we discover that this story isn't really what it seems, as the story suddenly turns into a different direction. I love the characters, the center direction the show made, and love the ending, despite what others had to say
I hope
about
you are
Duck
in
not
April
necessarily
is
getting the happy
in the
ending
top
everyone
10.
thinks she deserved. Check out the series for yourself and tell me if you thought the ending was good or not, and it's your opinion. Number 14, Read or Die. If secret agents were somehow given supernatural abilities while trying to redefine the world,
glad to see
you
that
have Read or
Robyn
Die
knows
TV
about
and
this.
OVA. I never knew what to
This was
expect
one
when
of
I
the
first had to watch
early
the show,
animes
but
that I
man,
knew
was
about,
surprised
and I
pleased with
enjoyed
the
a
ending.
lot.
What started off as a
It's
cute
an
show
anime
featuring
not
a
many
strange
people
ability
know
to
about,
manipulate paper
and
turns into
this
an
is
all-out
really
war of one's ideology of
underappreciated.
peace versus freedom. It's a one-of-a-kind show with some of the strongest characters I've ever come across.
I remember
in anime,
watching
both
a little bit
physically
of this
and
back
mentally.
in
And
the
while the
G4
Patreon requests
TV
I've
days,
covered
back
so
when they
far,
had,
this one
back when
had to
they
be my
used
most
the
pleasant surprise.
Enemy Unleashed.
Definitely watch it when you have the chance. Number 13, Angel Beats. My friend Kenny introduced me to this show, and I loved it
The
ever
feels
since.
is
Young
strong
souls who die
with
at
this
a very
one.
young age find themselves in a high school for the afterlife. While our
I kinda
main
wish it
characters
had more
try to fight the
episodes, though.
system
That
they
was like
believe
my
is
only
trying to
problem
conform
with
them
it.
with little to no
Well, I
questions
can focus
answered.
on
Our
some
main character,
characters and
Otanashi,
not
wants to find a
others.
middle
It
ground
just,
and discover the answer in his own
I
way.
really
It's
wish
an
it
emotional
had
and bittersweet
more
story full of
episodes.
wonderful characters and memorable moments that'll bring you down the tears. From Iwasawa's final performance to the final episode with Angel and Otanashi, this is a tear-jerking anime that I can still watch over and over again. Number 12, Overlord. To everyone who watched my review and also read the novels trying to spoil everything,
Is this the same anime?
Thanks.
Is this the
With that
same
aside,
one? Yep,
the
that's the
Overlord
same one.
anime definitely
For a
grabbed
moment,
my
I didn't know if
attention
this
and
was
makes
the
me
anime
anticipate the
that I
next
was
coming
thinking of or
seasons.
not.
A young man is
I
playing a
need to
game
get
about
to
to
this
shut down
anime series,
called
and I will
Yourself.
get to
There, I
it.
said it right. He wishes to stay in the game
I'm
until the
expecting
final
a
minute for
lot
memory's
of
sake.
great
Once the
things
game
from this
server turns to
anime.
midnight,
It's
the
gotta
player
be
discovers
better than
that
Sword
somehow
Art
he can't be
Online.
transported out of the game and realizes that he is now in the world itself, with all the AI companions suddenly becoming real. In order to get to the bottom of this, he decides to explore his new home while trying
I
not
believe
to cause
season
a
3
scene
just came
since,
out for Overlord. I
well,
could
he's
be
a
wrong on
giant
that. I think that's what's
skeleton
preventing me
lunchboard,
from watching it.
there's that.
Because
With how
I
the
don't
writers
like
handled this setup,
watching
and with our
ongoing
main
anime.
lead seriously
Like, I
being
want to wait
overpowered,
for a
I
series
found
to be
myself
done
really
and then
enjoying
watch
Overlord.
it.
Once season 2 is
Although
done,
there are
I
some
will definitely
exceptions,
marathon
of course,
it and
like
wait patiently for
Citrus.
season 3.
I am enjoying Citrus, by
Number
the
11,
way.
Inuyasha.
Yes!
One show a lot of you have been begging me to review, and I promised I would review it
Oh,
once I hit 500,000
this is such a
subs.
classic
Seriously, we're
anime.
pretty much around 480,000,
This anime
hopefully
gets
it
a
won't
little
take
too
long.
much
A demon
hate.
is
I
found
get
trying
the
to steal a
hatred
very
of
powerful jewel when a
Inuyasha, but
wounded
this is
princess
just a
uses one of her
classic
arrows
for
to
me.
steal him away
This was my
before she
ultimate
tragically
anime
dies
back in
while
high
having her body
school.
burned with the jewel
Like, I
on
would
her.
want to talk
300
about
years
Inuyasha
later, a young
every
girl named
day at
Kagome
lunch
is
in
dragging
high
her
school.
family's cursed well, which sends her all the way back to the
I
medieval
will
period,
probably
50 years
rewatch
after
this
the fight
series
between
later
the
this
priestess
year.
Kikyo and Inuyasha. There she finds the demon still stuck on the tree as they discover that the sacred jewel is inside Kagome. Later on in the series, the jewel is destroyed into several pieces, allowing demons to enhance their powers all throughout the country. So Inuyasha and Kagome must work together to find all the pieces again before the nefarious Naraku gets his hands on them. This is a classic anime for many reasons, but I'll address the reasons why in my upcoming review, so be sure to stick around for that if you're interested. Number 10. Every season of Dragon Ball, except GT. Who the hell even likes GT? Thank God for Super and all of its ridiculous
Oh, come on,
story.
Robyn.
The overall
GT
narrative of Dragon Ball
cannot
revolves
be
around
that
the main hero,
bad.
Goku, and everything he
I
encounters.
mean, I'm going to be
Collecting
perfectly
Dragon
honest
Balls
with
to
you.
make a wish,
Also, I would
to
take
meet
my
new
chances
friends
with
that still make an
GT
appearance to
than I
this
would
day,
with
that
Dragon
face
Ball
some of
Z.
the deadliest
Because with
enemies
Dragon
ever
Ball
created
Z,
in anime.
it had too
Dragon
much
Ball is just a lot
filler,
of fun to
too
watch.
much,
There's no
too
need
much
to take any
screaming,
of it
too much
seriously,
delay
especially
in the
Super.
ultimate
Sit back
fight.
and enjoy all the crazy awesome things the Dragon Ball universe
I mean,
has to
I
offer.
mean, I know there's Dragon Ball Kai,
Number
and
9,
I'll talk more about that
Black
at the
Butler.
end.
I remember hearing about how addicting
I've only
this
seen the
story
first
was, and once
season
I
of
saw
Black
Sebastian's
Butler,
face, I
and
knew I had to
I
see
thought
this
it was.
show. A young boy named
decent.
CL Phantomhind
I'm
is now
gonna
in
go
charge of
watch
his
it
family's
again because I
enterprise
think
while
if I
being
watch it the
guarded by
second
one
time around,
hell of a
I would
butler named
enjoy it
Sebastian
more.
Michaelis.
But
This makes him an easy
I don't know,
target
just
to a
Black
lot of
Butler
competing
didn't hit
businesses
me
trying
the
to
way
overthrow
the
his
way it did
power.
for a lot
What
of
they
anime
don't
fans, and I
realize
want
is
to give it a
Sebastian
second
isn't
chance,
no
and I will
ordinary
give it a
butler,
second
for
chance.
he's actually
Hopefully,
a
I
demon
can
in
enjoy
disguise,
it a lot
contracted to
more
serve
the second
CL
time
until his
around.
request is satisfyingly fulfilled.
I thought
I
season 2
honestly
was
believe that the first
disappointing.
series
I
on its
could
own
I could be
is
wrong.
a great product. It was an overall thrilling
Like,
experience.
wasn't the
with one
ending
the
of
most
season
chilling
2
yet
like Book of
fitting
Circuits
endings for
and
the
like
story to have.
Robyn's
That
the
is
anime
until the
America's
studio saw the big yen
top
signs
10
in their eyes and
WTF
decided to
endings
greenlit
in
season
anime? I could be wrong.
2. Regardless on how I feel, I still love this series and appreciate the other series and movies capturing the awesome moments from the manga. It's a beautifully dark series I love to watch and recommend. Number 8. Gravitation. My first ever yaoi series that I still hold dear in my
Really?
heart, but I found myself
Huh.
appreciating the story the older I
Interesting.
got. The
I've
story
seen
centers around
Gravitation,
Shuichi
and I
his
remember
band,
enjoying
Bad
this
Luck.
anime
They're
a
trying to make it
lot.
big in the industry, but Shuichi
It's not in
is
my
having
top
some
10
rotten
or
luck with
anything,
his
but it's still a
lyrics,
very
until
fun
a
anime
renowned
to
writer
watch
named
nonetheless.
Yukari comes into
I
his life.
even
He
found
tells
like the
Shuichi that his lyrics
OVA
suck, and
around
he should
5
just
years
give up,
ago for
but
like
this
$1.
only pushes Shuichi to prove him wrong. Many more encounters happen between the two of them, which then creates a strange yet endearing relationship. It's an intense
My favorite
romance
song
as our
out in
couple
this
faces
series is
numerous
probably
obstacles just to maintain a
Shining
relationship.
Collection.
From Shuichi's band life escalating into fame while attracting band jealousy, to Yuki's own personal turmoil distancing himself from the one thing that could really make him happy, it's an emotional series that I always love to watch for its amazing characters, story, and catchy music. Number 7. Azumanga Daioh.
Yes.
All the school life shows out there,
This is the
one
best
is
slice
my
of life
favorite.
anime
A
in my.
10-year-old girl named
well,
Shio-chan has been accepted into high school due to
You know
her
what?
increased intellectual maturity. From
Should
there,
I
we watch
say
her
it?
interact with other students and teachers with their own
You know what?
quirky
I'll say it.
personalities.
This is
It's
probably
hard
the best
describing what
slice of
makes
life
this
anime
series
out
so
there, even
appealing.
better
But
than
I
Lucky
guess to
Star.
me,
Lucky
it's
Star
just so
is
charming.
really
The
good,
characters are
but it's
hilarious
one
in
of
their
those
own
animes
way,
that you
and to
have
watch
to
them
watch.
react
You
in
have to watch a
whatever
lot of
situation you're
anime
in.
to
We're
really
introduced to each of them
appreciate.
so well that
Azumanga
we believe
Daioh
every
is
little
a
action they do,
does
whether they seem
slice of
ridiculous
life
or not.
better. Like
There's
it's not
nothing
just
much more to
anime
say.
reference after
I just
anime
think it's
reference
cute,
after anime
charming, and
reference.
funny.
This is like a more
Number
genuine,
6.
better slice of life
Yuri
than
on
Lucky
Ice,
Star.
the other one of two sports shows that I like. If you
Really?
haven't seen my
Yuri
review
on
of it,
Ice?
this is about a young skater named Yuri Katsuki thinking about retiring.
I mean, I
due to
thought the
his poor
anime
performance
series
at
was
the Grand
pretty
Prix
good,
finals.
but I
That
didn't
is
think it
until
was
the world
that
champion skater Victor
amazing.
Nikiforov sees his potential and
But I
decides to
can
become
see
his
where
coach,
Robyn's coming
while promising
from.
he'll win at the Grand Prix finals. From here on out, we are introduced to some wonderful characters, watch some amazing choreography that'll get cleaned up and edited for the Blu-ray release.
I still
Hopefully,
love
and
the
witness
opening
a wonderful
song.
relationship blossom in front of our eyes. Victor and Yuri are one of my favorite couples of all time, and I cherish everything about them because of this anime. Number 5. Hellsing. One of the most badass shows I've ever witnessed in my entire life
well,
because of our main
Is she counting
anti-hero,
Hellsing Ultimate
Alucard.
in this?
A young girl
I
named
don't
Integra
think
Hellsing
she
takes
is.
over
I
the
could be
family
dead
name and
wrong.
industry
She could be
when her
saying the
uncle
Hellsing
tries to
Ultimate
kill her
series
and claim it
in
all for
general,
himself while
but
fleeing for her
sounds like
life.
she's referring to
Integra finds
the
her family's
original
well-kept
Hellsing, and
secret.
I've heard
A
some
vampire
disappointing
locked away,
stuff
waiting to serve
from the
family
original
out of a
Hellsing.
promise he
I
made to the
haven't
one who
seen it.
captured
I own
him.
it on
From that day
DVD and
forward,
everything.
Integra and her
So
facility
I
have
can't
been
really
cracking
say
down
anything
on
about it, but I
vampire
thought
cases
this
all over
the
country
original
with
series
the
was
help of her
disappointing,
monstrous servant,
especially compared to Hellsing
I was
Ultimate.
so happy to finally watch this series with my husband a few years ago, and was not disappointed.
It does
I
have
love
a
both the
nice
original
opening
series
song.
and Hellsing Ultimate for just how amazing its presentation is. From the awesome fight scenes to the chilling villains, I'll always love watching this hellishly good series. Number 4. Fushigi Yugi, The Mysterious Play. I've always been a huge
This
fan
is
of
another
Uematsu's
series
work,
I've heard
and
is
this show started it all for
amazing,
me.
but I don't
Miyaka and her best
know
friend
if
are
it's for
studying in a
me.
library when they come across a
Like,
mysterious book hidden away.
I
They're
bet
suddenly
I'm sure it
transported
has its
into a
good
new
moments,
world
but I
set in
don't know if
ancient
it will
China
hit
when
me
they
the way
discover why they
it
were
will
summoned
hit
there to begin with.
others.
Miyaka is now the priestess of Suzaku, and if she wants any of her 3 wishes granted, she must find all 7 Suzaku warriors to summon the great god, Suzaku. However, her best friend Yui is now the priestess of Seiryu,
Sorry
and
for
due
the
to a
coughing.
tragic misunderstanding, Yui vows to stop Miyaka at all costs while serving her kingdom's greatest enemy, the Seiryu Kingdom. This is what every modern shoujo series aspires to be now, but probably could never reach this level due to the budget limits the studio sets out. It's
I'm
an
gonna get
epic
to this
adventure,
anime series
drama,
one day.
romance, and
I just
action
don't
series
know,
all
you know,
rolled
if
into
it's
an
for
epic
me
story
or
for the
not.
ages. With its series
Hopefully
and
I
manga
will enjoy
prequels,
it, and I
highly
want
suggest this
to
classic
enjoy it
anime
because it
if
looks
you want to see one of the
promising,
most
but
epic
I
shoujo
just,
stories of all
I don't
time.
know. I just don't know.
Number 3, Cowboy Bebop. A show carrying on the reputation as one of the best anime of all time, to which
I need to
say
rewatch
it
Cowboy
carries its
Bebop
title
again because
deservingly.
I think
The
I
setting is in
must
the
be
far-off
missing
future where
something.
space travel is comfortably possible.
I've seen this anime
However,
series
instead of a
around 3 to
hopeful
4
and
years
clean
ago,
future,
and
we're given a story that's closer to reality
I
than
couldn't
we
get
like
into
to
it
accept.
the way a lot of
Crime
people
is
could.
everywhere,
Maybe
there
it
are
was
gang
the
members making
hype
other people's
that
lives
killed it
living
for
hell,
me, and that's
and the
why
system
I
doing
didn't
what they
enjoy it
can to
as
put an
much
end
as
to it all,
others, but
heavily
I
relies
just
on
did
bounty
not
hunters.
enjoy
Our
this
show
anime
follows one of them
much
named
at
Spike
all.
Spiegel,
It had its
along with his
small
partner Jet, a
moments
femme
and
fatale
small
hunter
episodes
named
I
Faye
did
Valentine,
enjoy,
a
but
smart little doggy
I
named
must
Ike,
be
a super genius hacker
missing
named Ed.
something
Our
in this
characters carry
anime
on
series,
into
and I'm
numerous
going to
ventures,
give it
bringing in
another
either
shot
fortune or misery.
later
While
on
some
in the
today would see
future.
the
I
series
don't
as
know
bland and
when.
uninteresting, this is a show I'll always hold close to me. It
There has to
surprisingly
be
feels
something
real
into
despite
that I
it
am
being
not
set into the
seeing.
far-off
Maybe I
future,
forced
but mostly
myself
with how
to watch
relatable
the
these
first time
settings and our
around,
characters
or
can
the
be.
hype
I
killed
won't
it for
be
me,
one of
or
those fans
maybe it was a
by
combination of
saying
both.
you're not a real fan unless you watch this show, but do take some time to give this series a chance. Number 2, Outlaw Star. While this has a more lighthearted approach to Cowboy Bebop, this is still
I've only seen like one episode of Outlaw Star, and I enjoyed it for what it was. I do own this anime series, and I will get to it one day, and I'm expecting amazing things from it.
Outlaw named Hilda. She enlists their help to find a key component to the ship she stole, which is somehow this girl named Melfina. Their adventure begins at that point to locate the HGP ship and make their way to the universe's most hidden treasure, the Galactic Ley Line. With its unique characters, high-flying action scenes in space, and the story that just keeps building to the very end, I just can't help but love this series. Yeah, I have my biased thoughts on this, as I was on the abridged version of this show, and that's how I actually met my husband, but I actually love this show even
Everyone
before
is
that point in my
biased,
life.
Robyn. Don't
So it's a
worry
series
about
I'll
it.
always
Everyone's
cherish for
biased in
multiple
some
reasons.
way. It's not a bad
And my
thing.
number 1 favorite anime of all time is... you know the answers. Let's say it together. 3, 2, 1... Sailor Moon. This is by far the most famous magical girl show of all time.
Yeah,
and all
I
for
can
the right
easily see
reasons.
why
The
Sailor
series
Moon
stars a
would
young
be
girl
would
named
be her
Usagi
number
Tsukino,
one.
just trying to live out her life as
Sailor
normally as
Moon's a
possible.
good anime,
However, her
and
world
I
turns
enjoy
upside
it,
down
but
when a
only
tricky
in
Luna tells
small
her she's the chosen
doses.
guardian of the moon, Sailor Moon. From this point on,
It's like I'm sure like the other Sailor Moon series, like Sailor Stars and everything, are pretty good. But after a while, the magical girls anime genre, they all start to feel the same after a while. Like Tokyo Mew Mew. That anime felt a lot like Sailor Moon and how cliche the magical girl anime genre is. And it's not a bad genre. It's just not one of my favorite genres to watch.
Because I want to experience the Sailor Moon attraction. My first monthly special on this channel was dedicated to Sailor Moon. I've said it many times before, and I'll say it to the day I eventually die. Sailor Moon will always be my favorite anime of all time. Yeah, I know this was a long list, but I guess I wanted to make an exception since I am turning 30. Now you get to look at my top 30 favorite titles of all time and tell me which ones you like and don't like.
I'm a little surprised April didn't make the list. But, you know, I'm sure she enjoys it. It just wasn't ranked that high up there. Wouldn't be surprised if it was like a good dishonorable mention, like it was like ranked number 35 or something.
If you don't already know, Dollar Shave Club delivers high-quality razors right to your door. If you go to dollarshaveclub.com/animeamerica or click on the link in the description box, you can get a 1-month trial of any razor for $1. You get to pick out what kind of blades you want, including the executive razor. You can also get body cleansers, body bars, shampoo, conditioner, shave butter, and so much more. It's an amazing service that I personally love to use, and I know you will too. It's $1. What are you waiting for? Go to dollarshaveclub.com/animeamerica or click on the link in the description box and start your trial today. Thanks Thanks again for watching this video. If you wish to keep up to date with Anime America events, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Tumblr. If you want to support this channel, be sure to click on the notification bell to keep up with our video uploads, as well as liking this video and sharing it on any social media platform you choose. If you wish to support us financially, we have a Patreon page with numerous rewards to fit your budget, as well as sell posters on Storenvy and t-shirts on Teespring. Don't forget to subscribe to Anime America for more awesome reviews and top 10 lists. We also have a sister channel called Pop Spectrum, where we review anything in pop culture. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned to Anime America.
Alright, back to what I was saying when Robyn was bringing up Dragon Ball. For me personally, I would take my chances with GT more than Dragon Ball Z because it's not as long, there's not as much fillers, the screaming was a little bit too much, and I just prefer more of an adventure than just non-stop fighting. And I think Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball GT was more adventurous, and that's more for me. I know that Dragon Ball, there's Dragon Ball Kai that removes all the fillers, and I do appreciate that, and I will get to watching Dragon Ball Kai along with Super Dragon Ball one day, but at the moment, I just don't think Dragon Ball Z is as amazing as a lot of people say that it is. And I've heard that the ending to GT was horrible, and I've seen it for myself, and yeah, it is pretty bad, but I think I can look past it if it has a good adventure. And I'm pretty sure that the adventure to Dragon Ball GT is just pretty much the same adventure as the original Dragon Ball, and I can see why to a lot of people that's a big turn off. But for me, I don't know. It's like I don't see that as big of a turn off as it is for other people. Maybe when I watch Dragon Ball GT one day, I will be with the majority and say that Dragon Ball GT is horrible, but I haven't seen GT yet. I will one day, but until I've watched Dragon Ball GT, I can't say that it's this horrible anime that a lot of people are making it out to be. And that is all I have to say for this video. My next video will probably be Anime America's Top 10 Same-Sex Couples in Anime video. I will see you all for Anime America's Top 10 Same-Sex Couples Blind Reaction. Till next time.